Imagine being invited to a traditional wedding in a culture completely different from yours. Do you know how to behave? What to wear? What to say? This is where cultural competence comes into play. Welcome to the fascinating world of cultural competence, a vital skill in today's globalized world. It's the ability to interact effectively with individuals from diverse backgrounds and cultures. It's more than just knowing the customs and traditions of different cultures. It's about building bridges of understanding that transcend national, racial, and ethnic boundaries. In the interconnected world we live in, cultural competence has become an essential tool. Whether you're doing business in Shanghai or having a conversation with your neighbor from Nigeria, cultural competence can make the difference between success and failure, understanding and misunderstanding. It's not just about knowing how to bow in Japan or how to greet someone in Arabic. It's about understanding the underlying values, beliefs, and attitudes that shape these behaviors. Cultural competence is like a passport that opens the door to a world of diverse experiences, perspectives, and insights. It's about being open-minded and respectful, curious and empathetic. It's about being able to see the world through the eyes of others, to walk in their shoes, and to appreciate their unique perspectives. It's also about avoiding stereotypes and prejudices. Instead of making assumptions or relying on stereotypes, cultural competence encourages us to seek out diverse perspectives, to listen, to learn, and to grow. It's about making reasoned judgments based on evidence and logical reasoning, not on preconceived notions or biases. In a world that is becoming increasingly diverse and interconnected, cultural competence is no longer a luxury. It's a necessity. It's a skill that can help us to navigate the complexities of our global village, to build stronger relationships, and to promote mutual understanding and respect. Cultural competence isn't just about knowing facts about different cultures. It's about understanding, empathizing, and interacting effectively with diverse individuals. So, let's embark on this journey of cultural competence together and discover the richness and diversity of our global family. Cultural competence begins with education. The world is a mosaic of cultures, each with its own unique customs and traditions. Let's embark on a journey of exploration, diving into the richness of global cultures and their fascinating practices. Imagine the serene atmosphere of a Japanese tea ceremony. It's not just about sipping a warm cup of matcha. It's a spiritual experience, an embodiment of harmony, respect, purity, and tranquility. Every gesture, from the way the tea is prepared to how it's served and consumed, is steeped in centuries-old tradition and symbolism. Now, let's travel to India, where weddings are a grand multi-day celebration of love, family, and community. Vibrant colors, elaborate rituals, and festive music fill the air. The ceremony is a beautiful blend of sacred religious customs and social traditions. It's a spectacle that captivates the senses and warms the heart. Next, we journey to Africa, where tribal dances play a significant role in social and religious life. Each dance tells a story, communicates a message, or celebrates an event. The rhythmic beats of the drums, the spirited movements, and the colorful costumes create an experience that is both visually and emotionally stirring. These are just a few examples of the diverse cultural practices that color our world. There are countless more customs and traditions to explore, from the lantern festivals of China to the tango dances of Argentina, the ancient storytelling traditions of Australia's Aboriginal people, and beyond. Remember, these practices are more than just fascinating spectacles. They represent the values, beliefs, and history of a community. They shape people's identity and worldview. It's like a window into a society's soul, giving us a deeper understanding of its people. Understanding these unique customs and traditions is the first step in becoming culturally competent. It's about appreciating the beauty and diversity and recognizing the common human threads that weave us together. It's a journey, a lifelong learning process that enriches our perspective and fosters global citizenship. So let's keep exploring, keep learning, and keep growing in our cultural competence. Opening. Knowledge alone is not enough. Cultural competence also requires empathy and respect. Cultural competence isn't just about understanding the facts, traditions, or customs of different cultures. It's about being able to relate to and respect individuals from diverse backgrounds. It's about placing yourself in someone else's shoes, feeling their emotions, understanding their experiences, and treating them with the dignity they deserve. This is where empathy and respect come into play. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's about recognizing the emotions that someone else is experiencing, and more importantly, being able to feel what they're feeling. Empathy is like a bridge that enables us to connect with others on a deeper level, to see the world from their perspective. It's about acknowledging that while our experiences may differ, our emotions are universal. Respect, on the other hand, is about recognizing and appreciating the worth or value of someone or something. It's about treating others with kindness, fairness, and dignity, regardless of their culture, race, religion, or ethnicity. Respect is about embracing differences, not just tolerating them. It's about celebrating diversity, not just accepting it. Empathy and respect together can significantly improve intercultural communication. For instance, when we approach someone from a different culture with empathy, we seek to understand their viewpoint, their experiences, their struggles, and their joys. We listen to them, not just with our ears, but with our hearts. And when we respect them, we acknowledge their worth, their value, their unique contributions to the world. Take, for example, a conversation between two individuals from different cultures. One person might share a personal story or experience. If the other person responds with empathy, they try to understand the emotions behind the story. They validate these feelings, and they express genuine interest and concern. If they respond with respect, they listen without judgment. They appreciate the courage it takes to share such a story, and they acknowledge the individual's perspective as valuable and important. Closing. Empathy and respect are the bridges that connect us to other cultures. These are not mere words or concepts, but powerful tools for fostering understanding, promoting inclusivity, and building stronger, more harmonious relationships across cultural boundaries. Stereotypes are the enemy of cultural competence. They create barriers and misunderstandings. They can harm intercultural interactions, breeding prejudice and discrimination. More often than not, stereotypes are oversimplified notions about certain groups, reducing the richness and diversity of human experiences into categorized boxes. Let's consider some examples. Perhaps you've heard stereotypes about certain nationalities being overly loud or boisterous, or others being introverted and hard-working. Maybe you've encountered notions that certain races are inherently good at mathematics or sports. These are all instances of stereotypes, and they're fundamentally flawed for several reasons. Firstly, stereotypes are generalizations. They assume that all individuals within a group share the same characteristics, which is far from the truth. People are unique, with their own personalities, beliefs, and experiences. Grouping them under a single label is not only inaccurate, but also fails to acknowledge the diversity within the group. Secondly, stereotypes are often based on misinformation or incomplete understanding. They might arise from a single experience or anecdotal evidence, then erroneously applied to an entire group. This lack of accurate information can lead to misunderstandings and misconceptions. Thirdly, stereotypes can lead to harmful actions. When we stereotype, we're likely to treat individuals based on our preconceived notions rather than their actual behaviors or characteristics. This can result in unfair treatment, discrimination, and even hostility. So, how can we overcome stereotypes? The key lies in education and open-mindedness. We need to learn about different cultures and traditions, not from stereotypes, but from reliable sources and personal interactions. We need to challenge our own preconceptions, question our biases, and be willing to change our perspectives. We must respect individuality, recognizing that every person is a unique individual, not a representative of their group. It involves understanding that a person's culture or background may influence their experiences and perspectives, but does not define their entire identity. In essence, overcoming stereotypes is not about ignoring our differences, but about celebrating them and understanding that these differences make our world a vibrant, diverse, and interesting place. Overcoming stereotypes is a crucial step in becoming culturally competent. Let's continue our journey of cultural competence by embracing diversity and challenging our assumptions. Cultural competence isn't a destination, it's a journey. And the road to cultural competence is paved with diverse perspectives and reasoned judgments. Like the many colors that make up a beautiful mosaic, diverse perspectives enrich our understanding of the world. They allow us to see beyond our own experiences and to appreciate the cultural tapestry that makes up our global community. When we actively seek out these perspectives, we are not only broadening our horizons, but also sharpening our ability to interact effectively with individuals from different backgrounds and cultures. Imagine a scenario where you're in a multicultural team. You're brainstorming ideas for a project, and everyone brings something unique to the table. The team member from Japan suggests an approach steeped in the principles of Kaizen, or continuous improvement. The colleague from Nigeria offers an idea influenced by the Nigerian concept of Ubuntu, or interconnectedness. And the team member from Canada proposes a strategy rooted in the Canadian value of inclusivity. By valuing and integrating these diverse perspectives, the team can create a solution that is innovative, effective, and culturally sensitive. Now let's talk about reasoned judgments. In our journey towards cultural competence, it's essential to develop the ability to make judgments based on evidence and logical reasoning, rather than biases or stereotypes. We should be open-minded, but also critical, always questioning our assumptions and challenging our perceptions. This way, our judgments become more informed, more nuanced, and more culturally competent. For instance, if you hear a stereotype about a certain culture, don't take it at face value. Dig deeper, research, talk to people from that culture, understand the history, the context, the perspectives, then form a reasoned judgment based on this evidence, not on a stereotype. Cultural competence is a lifelong journey, and every step we take towards it enriches our understanding of the world and the diverse people who inhabit it. As we learn to value diverse perspectives and make reasoned judgments, we not only become more culturally competent, but also contribute to a more inclusive